I thought it was all over.
This is Nick back with Roll Coverage. Just want to start talking a little bit about these Dolphins, okay? They've got a lot of stuff going on. I'm specifically looking at all the news that's been coming out with the Dolphins. I am comfortable to say that the Dolphins will not make the Super Bowl. I don't think that that's a stretch of the imagination. They've obviously had a lot of injuries and a lot of drama through the preseason and everything, but obviously nothing's going to be known until we actually start the season, so I'm really excited for the season to get kicked off. When it comes to their movement, the David Davis injury obviously changes stuff. He does have feeling in all of his extremities, which is great. It happened in the game, 8 minutes, 32 seconds remaining in the game against Jacksonville. I'm hoping great things for you, dude. I hope you feel better and everything like that. Now, honestly, they're making a lot of other moves. So recently, Dolphins just signed Zach Sealer to a 3-year contract extension. $38.65 million with $20 million guaranteed. He has 27 with 53 straight games for the Dolphins. It also comes, that Christian Wilkins is seeking a contract for. Okay, the extension comes as a fellow defensive lineman, Christian Wilkins, has been seeking a new contract before entering the 2023 season on the 5th year of his rookie deal. So Christian Wilkins is going to be an interesting one. You guys are obviously going to have to pay him if you haven't already. Obviously, there's a lot of stories coming out, too, of why they need Christian Wilkins. But it's just overall, I think that the depth chart on paper looks amazing. I'm actually going to pull it up right now. My personal belief is that Tua is not the guy. I think that you guys really should be looking for somebody else because I don't believe in his health. I believe in his ability. I do not believe in his health. When it comes to your offense, I like it. Offensive line could use some work, but obviously we can only get, a little bit up. I like Teron Armstead, Robert Hunt, Austin Jackson, Eichenberg, and Williams. I hate your tight end core. I'm not going to lie. I think you guys really messed up by letting Gesicki go, especially to go to the Patriots, I'm pretty confident. Durham Smythe, Tyler Kroft, Saubert, and Connor. My personal belief is that every team that has a younger, I would say sub-29 quarterback needs a great tight end. It doesn't need to be great blocking. He doesn't need to be a great receiver. He needs to just be great overall. He doesn't have to be Travis Kelce, but he needs to be able to catch the ball. And he doesn't have to be like George Kittle when it comes to blocking, but he has to be competent. He has to be able to hold his own and give the offense an opportunity. Now, I like Mostert, especially when he was with the Niners. Jeff Wilson's questionable. I'm going to call him Arcane. Devon Archain. I'm sorry. I'm really butchering your name, boss. And then Salvon Ahmed. Very, very mid running back room. And I think that that's going to hurt down the road. Now, obviously, they're linked to the Jonathan Taylor trade. If they're able to link up with Jonathan Taylor, that's an amazing receiving back. He's an even better running back. I think could really change stuff for you guys. So if you were to make that deal happen without having to sacrifice a lot, I think that works. But if you guys end up having to give up like a Hill or a Waddle, I think that those two are basically untouchable right now. I think that depending on how this year goes, Tyreek Hill should be on the board next year or possibly the year after, but we'll see about that. And your defense is really where you got a lot of money invested. Eli Apple, Howard, Chubb, Baker, Phillips, Ogba, who I really like. I even like some of your 2s and 3s. Garrett Nelson, Cameron Good, Duke Riley, Cam Smith. I mean, you guys got some guys. So I'm really excited to see what you're going to do. My biggest question mark for you is Tua. Tua obviously has been going through some concussion protocol and been going through some concussion issues, but I just think that he is the crux of this entire argument. If Tua cannot keep everything healthy, if Tua cannot stay on the field, and if Tua all of a sudden starts getting some really bad picks, I think that starts to change things. Now, obviously, there's no real trade out there for Tua, at least as of right now. He hasn't been listed as possible trade. We haven't heard rumors of any trade for him, but I do believe at some point they need to make a decision on whether or not Tua is the future. And if so, then they really need to start investing more in that offensive line and really helping out with that. With that being said, I will go to their schedule because I do think that it's going to be a rough one for them. They're again, I just don't understand this. Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl thing. Like, you open at the Chargers. I think that's an L. You go to the Patriots. I think that's either a tight win or a loss. So it's really close here. Broncos, if Russell Wilson is at any level of his previous self, I think could beat you guys. Buffalo Bills, I think, are going to have a really good one. I think you could beat the Giants. I think you could beat my Panthers. I think you're going to have a really hard time with the Eagles. Again, if you beat the Patriots the first time, I think you're going to split the second game. Chiefs are going to smoke you guys. Then you guys go on a bye. Coming out of that bye, you could be playing Garoppolo or Aiden O'Connell at that point. The Jets could, I think by week 12, are in full disarray. The Commanders are just trying to win any games they can. The Titans are in a quarterback controversy before the season even started. Obviously, the Jets might be a split. If you guys can win both games, that would really put a thorn in Rodgers' legacy, I think. Cowboys, the last three, Cowboys, Ravens, Bills, are going to be a tough one because I think that's a gauntlet. You guys are coming out of the Jets game, which could be great, could be terrible. Like, this could be a 4-game stretch where you guys are really in, a tough spot. But you'd be at home for Jets, at home for Cowboys, then go to Baltimore, then at home for Bills. So I think these three games at home are going to be good. But I could absolutely see you guys going 0-3 during that point and really just ending this season with at best 9 wins. So for that, I think the Dolphins fans really need to temper expectations. I think they really need to think about how they're going to really develop a solid play action that people are actually going to believe, because with Waddle and Hill there's just so much you guys can do in the passing game. Tua is a little bit mobile, and he's got a cannon, and I would say a small cannon, but he has a cannon nonetheless, and he is uber accurate. So I think that could change quite a bit. But for that reason, I am not going to take the Dolphins to even get close to winning the division. I think they're going to be 3, if not 4, in their own division. I think the only way that they're 4 is, obviously, the Jets are really, really good, but not the greatest. I think the Jets will be 3 or 4 in the division. If they happen to squeak to a 2, it's because the Dolphins and the Patriots both crap the bed. So for that reason, I am going to pick the Bills to probably win this division. 2 is most likely going to be the Patriots. 3 would be the Dolphins. And yeah, you know who 4 is. So with that, good luck to my Dolphins fans. Good shout out to my boy Bug. But yeah, good luck to the Dolphins fans. Good luck to everybody in Miami. I'm really excited to see you guys. It all is hinged on Tua. So if he can stay healthy and start throwing that rock, I think you guys have the absolute opportunity to make a playoff run. I do not believe until you guys can establish a real running game and get a really solid O-line, I do not think you can make it to the Super Bowl. Not win it, just make it there. So for that reason, good luck. Wish you guys the best. This is Nick with World Coverage.